Well, if you have acne or breakouts, you have probably heard about a really popular digital brand called Curology. And today on this video, I'm going to take a deep dive in, tear it apart, and let you know if it's something that could actually work for you. Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, this is Skincare with Chris Gibson. I'm Chris, obviously, and I am your skincare expert, and I'm here to help you get your best skin ever. On this channel, we talk about skincare products, we talk about skincare routines, we talk about skincare problems, and we solve those. So if that's your thing, be sure and hit the subscription button and the little notification bell so that you get notified when my new videos are up each week. Well, if you've ever heard of the digital brand Curology, then you probably kind of know how it works. It's a subscription-based program where you go and sign up for a monthly auto ship program. Not my favorite thing, but today I'm not going to rant on that. Instead, I'm going to really stick to the facts of Curology and talk to you about what it does, how it works, what the ingredients are, and if they really are as good as they say they are at helping people clear acne. I did do a deep dive into their reviews, and as expected, any high volume skincare brand usually is around a 4, sometimes closer to a 3, sometimes closer to a 5. Curology reviews is right just below a 4 as of the time that I looked at it. So for some people, it works obviously very well, but does it work for everybody? Well, not anything works for everyone. So that said, let's take a look at what Curology says it does and if it really does it. Now, you all know that one of my main focuses on this channel is acne, even though we talk about a lot of skincare. And the reason for that is because I have my own history with that 4-letter word, and it's not a pleasant history at all. So anything I can do to help people understand what they can do to help get clear skin, including using brands like Curology, I'm gonna be all over that shit. That's just what I do. So that said, Curology does have a very unique approach to treating acne. Again, it's digital, it's an online service, and what they try to do is match the right product ingredients to the right problem, which is good, and they hook you up with a live person, which is a dermatological physician's assistant. Not a dermatologist, but their assistant. And they do this by having you upload selfies of your skin, and then they take a look at that for a visual idea of what type of acne are you dealing with. Is it just the random once in a while pimple, or is it a more concerning problem like cystic acne? Then they have you take sort of a short questionnaire and answer questions about your skin type, like is it oily, dry? They want to try to get all those components, and then you receive an email telling you that a consultant is putting together a specialized formula just for you. They tell you what are the active ingredients and how they're going to work for you and how to apply them. Now, you all know I do not care what the brand name is on any particular product line, and I certainly know that just because you pay more money for something doesn't mean it works better. For me, it's all about the ingredients. So I really do like their premise that there is no such thing as a one-size-fits-all solution for acne. That is so very true. Unfortunately, in looking at what their formulations are and how they put them together, they still are using a fairly narrow formulation mix and a very narrow old school approach to treating acne. Now, each of their formulations has 3 active ingredients with one particular ingredient that is prescription grade or prescription level. That would be clindamycin and tretinoin. Those are the 2 prescription ingredients that they tend to use in their formulations, with a formulation ingredient mix around that based on what your skin problem in particular is. Is it cystic acne? Is it just run-of-the-mill every day? I get a pimple here, I get a pimple there. They even have formulations for age spots, fine lines, and wrinkles. So they don't just do acne, but their primary focus is acne cessation. The other ingredients that tend to be in these product formulations are things like niacinamide, zinc, and azelaic acid, things that you guys have heard me talk about at length, ad nauseum on this channel, because those are really good skincare ingredients. So overall, just from the wide angle look at what the ingredients are in their products, they are really good ingredients. Now, if you've ever been to the dermatologist, and I know many of you have, just like I had, clindamycin and tretinoin are going to sound kind of familiar to you. And the reason for that is that is pretty standard treatment that you will receive at a dermatological office when it comes to acne. Clindamycin is an antibiotic, a topical antibiotic that is usually in a cream that you apply. And then what happens is over a period of time, it reduces the acne bacteria on your skin. So if your immune system is reacting to the acne bacteria, that's your trigger. This particular ingredient is going to help you, but it's going to take 4 to 6 weeks for it to show up. Now, It doesn't help everyone. Antibiotics and acne don't always work. I would know. I was the poster child for antibiotics not working on acne for years. However, for some people, it's gonna work. Tretinoin, which kind of, if you think about it, sounds a little familiar. It has retinoin in it. So tretinoin, it is a retinol. It's prescription grade retin A, which has been around forever. And the way that retin A or retinols work, they speed up cellular turnover right below the dead layer of skin so that you are renewing your skin cells much faster. They're commonly used for things like sun damage, fine lines and wrinkles and spots, but they do have an impact on some individuals with acne because they speed that cellular turnover up, so you're shedding more old dead skin cells faster, which is going to lead to less clogged pores and less breakouts. So again, it is an ingredient that is used for acne, and it works for some people, but not for everybody. And a lot of people are very sensitive to retinols. And if you're one of those people, don't worry. If you know me, you know I have alternatives for you coming up. Now, as for the other ingredients that I just talked about, niacinamide, you guys know I talk about that all the time. That's vitamin B3 in a suspension. The reason that it's helpful for acne is because it reduces inflammation. In fact, it reduces it a lot. So if you have the red ruddy breakouts or the ruddy skin left over after breakouts, like the red marks, niacinamide is actually going to help calm the skin down and remove a lot of that redness, which makes it a super good ingredient for acne. Now, zinc or zinc pyrithione, which is what is in the formulation at Curology, that is an ingredient that is really great for antifungal and antimicrobial or bacterial reasons. It is also going to help lower bacteria on the skin, but it also is an antifungal. So if Candida albicans yeast, or you have sensitivity to gluten, sugar, or yeast, this particular ingredient is going to help reduce breakouts from that acne trigger. And then they added azelaic acid, which I imagine is in every formulation that they send out for acne. And the reason that that is such a great ingredient is because it helps keep sebum soft. It keeps it from hardening down inside the pore around your hair follicles, because every pore, no matter how small it is, has a hair follicle. And dead skin cells get in there and sebum gets in there and they harden, and it traps that bacteria, the acne bacteria, down in the pore, which helps it to grow, which is why you get a pimple. And if you're very sensitive to that, from your immune system is going, whoa, too much going on, you get acne or cystic acne. So that's a really great ingredient to see that they included as well. So from, again, the wide perspective from the ingredients, very happy with that. All of their products are water and glycerin based, which is another plus, and they use aloe, which is very soothing in their formulations as well. So again, the widest way you can look at the ingredients, very happy with all of that. It's just very narrow because the prescriptions, again, the prescription strength ingredients, clindamycin and tretinoin, kind of old school, don't work for everybody. Now you can get all of this at a fairly decent price of $19.95 per month on their auto ship program, plus shipping. So it's $19.95 plus shipping wherever you are and whatever that costs. They also have a twice monthly auto ship program where you're getting 2 months worth of product every 2 months, and it's $39.90 and no shipping. They don't charge you for that. So while that's not necessarily a bad deal, I did dig a little further and find out that they offer a free trial right now for just the shipping. 1 month's product plus your consultation, $4.95 shipping. That's really great. And here's what I like about that. You all know I don't like auto ship programs, but I do like companies that allow you to try their products before you have to commit to one. So the fact that they will give you a month of the product free after your consultation for $4.95, I think that is a really great thing that they're doing. A lot of skincare companies do not do that. So plus for that one. Now I'll put a link to the free trial that's currently available down in the video description box. So if you want to check that out, you can do that. They also do make some general recommendations in their consultations and on their website about staying away from things like sugar and dairy and wheat proteins, gluten, things like that. Things that I talk about a lot on this channel. In fact, I have a video called Acne Food Triggers, and I'll put a link to that in the video description box below for you as well. So I kind of like that they do address that there are more things going on. They tell you not to scrub your scabs or your acne breakouts that will make them worse, not to pick and they do all of the standard things that you guys hear me moan and bitch about all the time not to do. What they don't do, which was surprising to me, is address something that I think is like the biggest thing in skincare, and that's exfoliation. You have to have exfoliation, and while they do have the retinol, which is it's a kind of a chemical exfoliation, they don't do any mechanical exfoliation or deeper exfoliation that when you have acne, you really need to be doing. So things like daily exfoliation with a Buff Puff Pad, the facial exfoliation pad you guys hear me harp about all the time. And remember, for you guys that I said I had an alternative for if retinols were a problem for you, well, here it is. Using a product that is an AHA, glycolic or lactic acid base. I myself use a 14% glycolic gel every day. So Buff Puff glycolic gel, that's gonna give you some exfoliation, and a BHA product, which is beta hydroxy acids like salicylic acid in a peel formulation, 30% or more, is gonna help really speed that turnover up and really get that old skin off and open up those pores and keep you from getting breakouts. So really surprised that that is not a part of their regimen or what have you. So anyway, it is now because I just gave it to you. So what are my final thoughts on Curology for acne? Well, they are giving you a dermatologist visit basically for $19.95 a month. So you're getting product, a consultation, and I can tell you $19.95 per month is pretty cheap considering the average cost of a dermatological visit for acne is $150. And that's before any prescriptions or products that you walk out of there with. So that is a really good deal. However, their approach with their ingredients, again, is really, really narrow with clindamycin and tretinoin as their two main prescription strength. Yeah, there are all kinds of things available to us today, like different gel and all of the peels that I mentioned, the AHA products. There's just so many things that can come together that trigger acne breakouts that is not the same in any single person. And while I love their premise that one size doesn't fit all and they are trying to adjust their formulations accordingly, I really think they need to expand their ingredient list because those are two very narrow products and they don't work well for everybody. In fact, over the years, those two, clindamycin and tretinoin, have given mediocre results to a lot of people, including me. And as for the other products in their ingredient list, the retinols, the zinc, the niacinamide, you can go out and get those from a brand like The Ordinary for like $7 a piece and test them out really inexpensively to make sure that they're gonna work for you before you ever commit to any sort of monthly program. So you have a lot of alternatives and options to Curology, but I'm not gonna say that it won't work for some people. It probably does. In fact, their rating says that it does. But I'm of the idea that I don't like to sign up for things that I don't know are gonna work for me yet. So do the free trial if you want to test them out, or take these ingredients and go out and get these products from places like The Ordinary. Now, I will put links to all these things I'm talking about, as I always do, down below in the video description box. The Buff Puff Pad, AHA gel, all of that stuff will be down there for you if that's something you want to check out. Please let me know in the comments below if Curology is a product that you have used or you're using and how it worked for you. And also be sure to let me know what your top skincare concerns are, because if I haven't made a video on it yet, I probably will. Thank you guys so much for watching today and supporting the channel. I love you. Please stay well, stay beautiful, and I'll see all of you over on the next video.